Diba? Yan. Ayun. Okay, so transform na natin to guys. Continue lang natin sa spherical. So again, these are the dot products of the rectangular versus spherical. Okay? So ang gagawin natin dito guys ay the same. Okay? We are going to let 5ax as our vector A. Diba? So we are going to let A as 5ax. And then what are we going to do? We are going to get the components, okay, of R by having a dot product of the vector A multiplied by a unit vector A sub R. So ganun yung ginawa natin last sa cylindrical coordinates para ma-transform natin siya into spherical coordinates at that specified point. So mangyari, magiging 5ax na naman to dotted by AR. So pwede nating sabihin 5a sub x dot product of a sub x and a sub r. And we are going to look again on the table of this dot product para ma-evaluate natin. So you have 5 dot product natin ng ax and AR. So we have sine theta, cosine phi. Okay, so madali na lang yan dahil given tayo ng theta at phi. So we have 5 sine theta is 25 degrees. And then cosine of 120 degrees, that is our a sub r. That is the component of vector a sub r upon conversion. So anong sagot dito? Negative 1.057 if you are going to look at your calculator. Okay. So and next, we are going to get the a theta by multiplying or dot product between the vector A and yung vectors, unit vector na A sub theta. So again, alam na natin yan, that would be 5 kasi 5 yung yung kino-convert natin na vector. 5ax eh. So we have 5 and then dotted by a sub x dotted by a sub theta. Okay? So ganun yung mangyayari. So in other words, ax and a sub theta is cosine theta, cosine phi. Ayan. So 5 cosine, ang theta natin is 25. Cosine phi naman natin is 120. Yan. Upon evaluating it in our calculator, ano dapat maging sagot? Check nyo rin kung tama. Negative 2.266. Ayan. Okay. So, and last, for our A sub C, A phi pala, hindi pala to cylindrical. Spherical pala to. So, we have vector A, okay, multiplied by the unit vector A phi. So, we have, ay, nangyari dito na napindot ko. Okay. So, we have 5ax dotted by A phi. So, ax and A phi, that's simply negative 5 sine of phi. So, we have negative 5 sine of 120 degrees. So, yan yung A sub phi natin. So, magiging negative 4.33. So, if the converted 5ax at that specified point in spherical coordinates would be what? Negative 1.057 unit vector in terms of a sub r. And then we have meron tayong negative 2.266 a sub theta. And then meron tayong negative 4.33 a sub p. Ayan. So same process that we are trying to do in cylindrical coordinates if we are going to convert a point to another point. For example, 5ax at the point of the spherical. So yun yun. So kaya kailangan pa rin ang dot product, yung table lang dot product. So for letter B, what are we going to do is yung A daw natin, itatranspose natin doon din. X, Y equals 3, then Z equals negative 1. This is a rectangular coordinate. Okay? Itatransform daw natin doon sa point B pa rin. So at point B pa rin, wherein yung B natin is R equals 4 theta 25 and yung phi ay 120 degrees. So, i-convert natin itong points na to at that specified point in the spherical coordinates in spherical coordinates. So, what are we going to do first is, of course, we are going to find, di ba? So, find muna natin yung spherical coordinates ito. Tignan ko kung tama yung tanong ko ha. I think tama yung tanong ko eh. Yan yung tanong ko eh. So, ang ginawa is convert muna and then at 5ax. Oh, so, ganun pa rin. Parang yung 5ax, okay, i-convert pa rin natin dito. But then, naka-given siya kasi dito sa rectangular. So, kaya ang gagawin natin, ay hindi pala, baliktad. Sorry guys. Sorry. Ang gagawin pala natin dito, hindi ko kasi nasulat yung buong tanong. Yung 5ax, 'di ba? At the points A, wherein yung ax equals to 2, y equals to 3, z equals -1. Okay? So, i-convert natin ito into the point of A, kaya lang naka-spherical. So, ang gagawin muna natin, i-spherical muna natin itong coordinates na to, and then kunin natin yung 5ax. So, kung i-convert natin din to spherical, we have to get the r, di ba? So, we have 2 squared plus 3 squared plus we have -1 squared. So, yan yung r natin. Yan yung formula natin. So, we have 3.742 in getting r. In getting theta, di ba, that's r cosine of z all over yung square root ng x squared plus y squared plus z squared. Di ba? So, that must be r cosine of -1 all over, we have the magnitude, which is yung r. Yun lang yun. So, 3.472. Nakuha na natin yung r. So, ang theta would be 105.5 degrees. Ayan. And then, for phi, di ba may formula tayo, arctan of y all over x. Yan yung for phi. Di ba? So, arctan would be arctan ng 3 halves. So, dapat first quadrant, 56.31 degrees. So now, we are going to convert 5ax at the point A in spherical coordinates as r 3.742, as theta 105.5, as phi 56.31. Ayan, i-convert na natin yan, guys. So pag na-convert na natin, ganun ulit ang gagawin natin. We are going to let A as 5ax. And we're going to get AR by having a dot product of the vector A and a unit vector in terms of R. Okay, so mangyari 5, ano ulit yan? AX dotted by AR. So alam natin that by the looking at the table here, going to copy it. Diba? Dalhin natin dito sa baba. Ayan. So if we're going to look at it, ganun pa rin. So we have 5ax dotted by AR is sine theta cos sine phi. So we have 5 sine of theta. Theta natin is 105.5. Cosine of phi is 56.31 degrees. Make sure lang na naka-degree. Kasi naka-degree yung ating mga angle dito eh. So pag yan, kinuha natin, that would be 2.673. Okay. So and now we have a theta, which is a dotted by a sub p or a sub theta. We have 5ax dotted by a theta. Yan. So we have 5ax, then a theta is cosine theta and cosine phi according to our table. So we have 5 cosine of theta. Ano yung theta? 105.5. So 105.5. And cosine of phi, 56.31. Yan. So we have a sub theta na anong sagot? Negative ba?
2.67.
741? Yan. Negative 0.741. Tama ba yan? Sige, check.
Tama.
Okay. Then A. Akala ko wala akong kausap eh. Bigla may sumagot eh. Mabuti pala, meron pala akong kausap. Akala ko parang nag-YouTube na naman ako dito na nagtatagalog lang minsan. Diba? So we have A sub Z. A sub P pala. Say ako ng Z. Hindi naman to, hindi naman to cylindrical. So we have A dotted by A sub P. So we have 5AX dotted by A sub P. So AX and A phi is negative sign P.
Negative 4.6.
Negative sign of phi. Negative 5 sign ng phi natin is 56.31. Tama ba yun? 56.31. Ayan. So ano sagot? Negative 4.16. Negative. So ang pinakasagot natin guys, in transforming 5AX into spherical coordinates at that point na binigay, ay 2.673 A sub R. Okay, and then we have negative 0.741 A sub theta minus 4.16 A sub P. So yun yung pinaka-conversion nung point na yun at that point na naka-spherical na siya. Okay, so ganun. Yan. And punta tayo doon sa medyo mas mahirap. 'Di ba? Hindi lang nag-iisang term na 5AX, kundi buong term na ng point ng AX, AY, AZ. Then kunin natin, i-convert natin into spherical. So we are going to convert 4AX minus 2AY minus 4AZ, okay, at the point specified, okay, negative 2, negative 3, 4 in spherical coordinates, ha? In spherical coordinates. So dapat ang maging sagot natin, spherical coordinates. Yan. So may vector tayo at that specified point, i-convert natin into spherical coordinates. So mahalaga na ilagay natin yung table at least, di ba? Dito. So ganun ulit, guys. So what will happen is that I'm going to convert this point P in spherical. Kailangan ma-convert ko siya. Negative 2 squared plus negative 3 squared kasi spherical eh. Sabi niya spherical. So kaya 5.385 ito. Paki-check lang ha. And then we have theta, arc cosine ng 4 all over yung r. Technically, yung r lang din yun eh. Square root of x squared plus y squared plus a squared. So 5.385. And then we have 42.029 degrees for theta. For phi, we have arctan of y all over x. Diba? So yung arctan natin, y all over x, is arctan, careful kayo dito, may concept dito. Negative 3 all over negative 2. Negative 3, negative 2 sa ang quadrant?
Fourth
Fourth?
Quadrant.
Fourth or third?
Third
quadrant.
Third po,
First to second, third. Ang lalabas na angle dyan, pang first quadrant. Kasi parang magka-cancel yung negative, negative. So parang pag yan ay kinompute mo, 56.31 ang lalabas. Pero itong 56.31 na to, alam natin, ito lang yun. Okay, 56.31 degrees. Ayan lang yun. Kailangan natin yung dito sa third. So anong gagawin natin? Magpa-plus 180 tayo kasi alam natin na dapat nasa third quadrant yan. So plus 180 tayo. Tama ba na ang sagot ay 36.3? 236.31 degrees. Yan. 180 plus, nag-calcu pa eh, no? Para sure, 236.31 degrees. Ayan. So, bali, yan ang gagamitin natin, guys. We have the values of a point P na R equals 5.385. We have theta na 42.029. We have phi na 236.31 degrees. Yan. Bale, i-convert na natin tong 4AX at this point, the spherical coordinates. So, papaano? Let A pa rin natin na magiging 4AX minus 2AY minus 4AZ. Yan. So, ngayon, to get A sub R, we have A dotted by a unit vector in terms of R. So we have 4AX minus 2AY minus 4AZ dotted by A sub R. Ngayon, pag ginawa natin yan, alam natin mangyari 4AX dotted by AR minus 2, A sub Y dotted by AR minus 4, A sub Z dotted by AR. So we are now going to use the rest of the table, dot products table. Kasi hindi lang basta AX, AR. So we have AX, AR, that's 4 sine, sorry sa aso ko, naririnig nyo. Ang ingay. Nagtatawag ng kasama, guys. So we have 4 sine theta cosine of phi minus 2 AY and AR. AY, AR, sine theta, sine phi. So sine theta, sine phi minus 4. We have AZ and AR, that's cosine theta. So substituting the values of theta and phi, we can calculate. Pwede natin makalculate na to rekta eh. So we have 42.029. Cosine ng phi natin is 263.31 degrees. And then minus 2. Sine theta natin would be 42.029. Okay, sine phi rin would be 263.31 degrees. Okay, and then minus 4 cosine theta finally. So cosine of 42.029. Yan. So paki-calculate. Medyo mahaba-haba yan. Calculate natin.
1.84.
Ano sagot? Negative 3? Something ba?
Negative 3.34.
4. Negative 3.34. O sabihin natin 34. Okay lang ba? 34. Tama ba yan?
34.3. Okay lang.
Okay na. 343. O, sige. Yan. Okay, okay. Di bale, ginamit ko kasi is 0.3 eh. Ginamit ko sa computation dito. Pero hindi naman malayo to. Ginamit ko yung computation. Yung angle ko kasi ginamit ko 236.3. Hindi ko nasama yung 1. So, approximately equal dito yan. Di ba? So, yan. 2 decimals na lang. Okay. Para tingnan natin. Depende naman sa prof nyo kung ilan yan. So, we have, this is the AR. AR pa lang yan. Paano naman, sir, yung A sub theta? Ganun pa rin, guys. A dotted by A sub theta dito. Unit vector ng A sub theta, ha? Yan. So ano mangyayari? Di ito, AR, mapapalitan lang ng A theta. So magiging 4 AX dotted by A theta minus 2 AY dotted by A theta minus 4 AZ dotted by A theta. So yun, dinistribute lang natin. So 4 AX dotted by A theta, 'di ba? So AX, A theta, cosine theta, cosine phi. Minus 2 AY dotted by A theta, cosine theta, sine phi. So cosine theta, sine of phi. AY, A theta yan ha. AY and A theta. A theta to. Yan. And then AZ and then A theta, it's negative sign. So negative 4 negative sine theta. Yan. Yun. So, for cosine theta natin, ano yung theta natin is cosine of 42.029. And then cosine of phi natin is 263.31 degrees minus 2 cosine of theta, which is 42.029. And then sine of phi. Sine of phi natin is 263.31 degrees. Plus, plus ko na, 4 sine ng theta. Ano yung theta? 42.029. Yan. Pag may mali ako, pakisabi. So, I'd like to encourage you to input this in your calculator.
Sir, yung phi po ata 236.31.
Ha?
Yung phi po, 236.31.
Ay, oo nga, no? Ano nangyari? Ba't naging 263 yan? 263 to. Ay, 236 to. Yan. 236. Pero same yung sagot, di ba? Ito.
Opo,
Same.
sir.
Same yan. Same yan. Ito, 236 lang. Sorry. Kanina pa ako nagtuturo. 236. 236.31 yan. Ano kayang sagot dyan?
Negative.
Negative ba or positive? Parang positive.
3.5678.
3? 3 ba?
2.56.
2.265 ba? Something?
Opo.
Yan? Yan? Sige, double check nyo. 4 cosine 42.029. Ako rin, double check ko. 236.31 minus 2 cosine 42.029. Haba kasi, no? Sine 236.31 plus 4. Yun. 2.26, no? 2.266. Tama ba, guys?
Opo.
Yan. Okay ba? Yun. Okay. Though A sub phi naman tayo, A dotted by A sub phi na unit vector. So we have 4AX dotted by A sub phi minus 2A sub Y dotted by A sub phi minus 4A sub Z dotted by A sub phi. Ayan. So that product ng AX at A phi natin is negative sine phi. Ayan, negative sine phi. So 4 times negative sine of phi minus 2 AY and A phi natin. AY and A phi, it's cosine phi. Cosine of phi. Then minus 4 AZ dotted by A phi, 0. AZ dotted by A phi, 0. So wala tayong Z dito. So 0 ito. Okay. So we have negative 4 sine of phi. Ano yung phi natin dito? 236.31 degrees minus we have 2 cosine of phi, which is yung phi pa rin natin is yung what? 236 pa rin. Sagot natin, tingnan natin negative 4 sine 236.31 minus 2 cosine 236.31. So 4.438. Tama ba, guys? 4.438. Yan. So yan, ang pinakasagot natin, thus. May pa-thus pa. May pa-therefore ka pa. Thus, therefore. And finally, di ba? Ganun. Ganun yung mga final answer. So, yung A natin would be what? Negative 3.34 in the direction of R. And then plus 2.266 in the direction of theta. And then plus 4.438 in the direction of phi. Ayan. So, yan yung pinaka magiging sagot natin, guys. So, I hope na nasusundan nyo siya sa calculator ninyo. Kahit pa paano. Kasi maganda na i-input nyo rin sa calculator. Ma-check nyo rin kung ma-verify natin kung tama ba yung sagot natin dito. O hindi. Water break. Yung tubig ko. Wala na naman akong tubig. Mabagal ba facing natin? O sakto lang?
Sakto lang po.
Ang vector analysis talaga, mahaba talaga to. Kaya inaabot tayo. Pang ilang meeting na natin to? 3 meetings?
Opo, sir.
Yan talagang heart ng electromags, yung vector. Okay, let's go na to grade divergence, di ba? So kung na-gets nyo na, divergence na tayo. So divergence. Sa math din ito, na-discuss din sa math, na-discuss din sa vector analysis or even sa sa electromags, syempre. So medyo kasi to, medyo physics kasi to, yung pag sinabi nating divergence. Yun yung pinaka meaning ng divergence eh. So to formally define what divergence is, sulat ko lang. Flow pala. Flow. So, ayan ang meaning ng divergence. Ang divergence daw is defined as the net, ibig sabihin the total outward flow of the flux. If we are going to recall the flux is actually the electric field multiplied by the area. Okay, EA cosine theta in physics. So, ngayon, how much electric field is passing through a surface area per unit area. Kaya dinefine nga yan sa physics na flux equals sa EA cosine theta, wherein E is the E field and A is the area. Okay, and then the theta here is the angle between the electric field vector and the normal vector ng surface area na yon. Angle between the E field, okay, and then the normal vector. Ano ibig sabihin ng normal vector? Normal vector ng surface, for example, ay meron kang surface dito. Okay? Yung normal niya is yung perpendicular dun sa surface niya. Yan yung normal vector na tinatawag. Ngayon, kung ang surface mo ay nakaganyan, normal vector mo ay nandito. So, always 90 degrees on the surface. So, yun yung ibig sabihin ng flux. Sa divergence, it is defined as the net outward flow of the flux. Outward flow ng flux, palabas, per unit volume over an incremental, a closed incremental surface. So, ibig sabihin, pag nakita natin yung word na increment, nandyan na naman yung differential. Okay? Differential volume, differential surface, differential area. Diba? Actually, itong EA cosine theta na to ay nakuha yan because of the dot product of the electric field vector, okay, and yung differential surface. If I'm not mistaken, that is the area. Okay. So, integral lang dot product nila with respect sa dA. Ayan. So, kaya, naging defined dot product, di ba, EA cosine theta. So, kaya yun yung naging flux. So, anyway, that's only a review, okay, of what divergence is. It is defined as the net outward flow of the flux per unit volume. So, dito kasi sa electromags, pinapasok na kasi ang lahat. No? Meron kang flux, tapos in a differential volume. Kaya napapasukan siya, guys, ng calculus. Kasi nga, differential volume na we are looking at the point na napakaliit ng surface. Kaya pag in-integrate natin yan, makukuha natin yung buong flux. So yun yun. So sa divergence, in terms of the divergence of the a vector, it is actually denoted by a del operator dotted by the function or the field vector f. So it is defined as the partial of f of x with respect to x, okay? Plus, we have the partial of f of y with respect to y, plus we have the partial of f of z with respect to z, and that is defined as the divergence of the field vector f. So, partial derivatives. Ano ibig sabihin ng f of x, f of y, and f of z? So, it only means na kapag yan ay Cartesian coordinates, yung field vector mo, meron kang f of x, xy, meron kang f of x in terms of ax, ay, and az. So, each of those term in the vectors ay iba partial derivative mo. It's either with respect to x, with respect to y, and with respect to z. Okay? So, kapag kinuha mo, let's say, yung divergence, di ba? Yung divergence ng isang vector, ang makukuha mo ay scalar quantity. So, divergence result to a scalar quantity. This is only the divergence. This is only the divergence in terms of the Cartesian coordinates. Cartesian coordinates lang yan. So, meron pa tayong cylindrical at spherical. At isusulat ko dito. Hindi ko na i-derive kasi sobrang haba nito. 1 all over r, the partial derivative of r with r multiplied by the function of f of r. Yan. And then, we have plus 1 all over r as the partial derivative of f theta or f phi yan, with respect to phi, okay, and then plus partial of f of z with respect to z. Okay? So, ayan. Yan yung masusulat natin in terms of cylindrical. Yan. Formula lang yan. Kumbaga, pinartial natin with respect to r, with respect to phi, with respect to z. And then, meron tayong mga added na factors such as 1 all over r in phi, 1 all over r then pati r multiplied by the f of r in terms of the partial derivative sa r. Ayan. So, and last, we also have, kung di ako nagkakamali, may correction tong ano eh. Tingnan natin mamaya. Yan yung, basta alam ko yun yung formula niya. So, we have 1 all over r squared naman dito. Partial of x, x to r pa rin kasi spherical na to. So you have r of the r squared fr and then plus 1 all over r sine theta of the partial derivative of theta, okay, of sine theta pala, sine theta of the f theta with respect to theta. And then we have what? We have another one, if I'm not mistaken, 1 all over r sine theta rin, plus 1 all over r, and then sine theta, partial derivative with respect to phi, okay, of the, hindi na pala, ito na pala yun, partial of f of phi with respect to partial phi, sa phi, yan. So this is spherical naman. Okay? So sa spherical. Usually kami no, nag-emags kami. Divergence lang naman ng Cartesian usually. 'Di ba? Pero kung kapag ginamitan mo na ng cylindrical ay gagamit ka ng formula. Pero ang key point is dapat marunong tayo mag-partial derivative. Okay? So marunong dapat tayong mag-partial derivative. Now let's go na to divergence theorem. Ito ay kilala rin sa calculus, divergence theorem. So, banggitin ko yung equation. The surface, closed surface integral daw of the vector field F dotted by the differential surface okay, vector would be equal daw sa integral ng b, okay, dotted by f, okay, dv. So, ibig sabihin nito guys, ayan na. This is known as the divergence theorem or the Gauss theorem. Okay? Ngayon, we are going to verify sa example natin or perform this left side or right side of the equation. Because we know, class, that, ay hindi pala ito. Ito pala ay, hindi pala vector yan. Yan ay yung del operator. Di ba? Del operator multiplied by or dot product by the f ay equal yan saan? Sa divergence, di ba? Yun yung divergence. So, integral ng divergence, okay, and then dv. So, yun daw yun. So, yun daw yung sa divergence theorem. And equal daw yan kapag pinerform natin yung closed surface integral ng dot product ng vector f, okay, with the differential surface area. Okay? So, but ang case o ang interest natin for our example ay gagawin natin yung right side. So, yan. So, yan yung pinaka, kumbaga, summary ng divergence theorem. Okay? So, for first example, please bear with me. It's a very long process. Okay? A particular vector field, let's say, we have vector field F. Okay? And this F has R squared cosine squared phi in the direction of AR. Plus we have Z sine of phi in the direction of A phi in cylindrical coordinates. Okay? Cylindrical coordinates siya. In cylindrical coordinates. Find the flux. Ayan na. Find the flux. Okay? Find the flux from the closed application to ng divergence. From the closed surface, okay, of the cylinder, zero, okay, in between to z and less than or equal to 1, where r equals 4. Okay. So, eto na ngayon. Papaano natin kukunin yung flux? Actually, kasi flux pa rin to. Kasi nga, di ba sa divergence, kinukuha yung flux. So, ngayon, ipe-perform, dahil lang alam natin na i-perform ngayon, is yung dot product ng del operator, pati yung vector f, which is actually the divergence. Okay? And then, saka tayo mag-i-integral in terms of dv para makuha natin yung flux. Kasi, technically, ito, yung divergence theorem, it's all about the flux pa rin. Kasi ang divergence is all about the flux. So yan na, meron daw tayong vector field. I-imagine natin, ayan, r squared cosine squared theta, a sub r plus z sine theta ay sine phi, a sub phi. So the very first thing that we're going to do is taking into account that the differential volume, okay, for the differential volume, itong differential volume na to, is r dr d phi dz. Lagi yan. Pag pinag-usapan natin differential volume, dyan nang galing yan. Okay? Isa-substitute natin yan mamaya sa dv. Okay? Kasi hindi natin ma-express yung integral natin in terms of b. Kaya kailangan tayong gumawa ng paraan para ma-express natin yung dv in terms of dr, phi, and dz, which is in terms of spherical coordinates. Okay? So, kaya ang gawin natin, kukunin natin ang divergence, okay, ng vector field na F. Okay? So, we know that from our formula a while ago that we have 1 all over R. This is cylindrical. Cylindrical ito. Kaya cylindrical ang gagamitin nating formula. So, we have 1 all over R, partial of R, we have R of F sub R. Okay? And then plus 1 all over R of the partial of F phi all over with respect to P, plus we have partial of F of Z with respect to Z. Yan, partial derivatives. Okay, okay, okay. So ngayon, itatry natin. 1 all over R, partial with respect to R. We have R here. Okay? Ilabas ko yung R na to. Ano yung f of R natin in terms of the R, A sub R? We have R squared cosine squared phi. So gagawin natin, we have R squared cosine squared phi. Okay? So kukunin natin yung partial derivative niyan with respect to R. Then plus 1 all over R. Punta tayo sa phi. Ano yung element ng phi? Partial of f phi with respect to phi. Ano ba yon? We have z sine phi. Okay? And with respect sa z, since wala ka namang any z dito, di ba? So 0 lang to. Okay? So derivative ng constant is 0. Kasi wala namang z. So let us now try it. 1 all over R, we have the partial with respect to R of R cubed cosine squared phi, plus we have 1 all over R partial of f theta with respect at f phi with respect to phi ng z sine phi. So what are we going to do is partial derivative. So kung partial derivative with respect to R, lahat ng variables other than R considered as constant. So kaya pwede kong ilabas yung cosine squared phi kasi naka-multiply siya sa R cube. So we have cosine squared phi all over R, then get the partial derivative of R, which is R cube. Same thing that I'm going to do here since I am differentiating with respect to phi. I can factor out sine of phi. Okay? Hindi pala. Say pala ang mga pa-factor ko, z. Kasi nagdi-differentiate ako with respect to phi. Say all over R, then partial derivative nito ng sine phi. Yan. So, differentiate. So, magkakaroon ka ng cosine squared phi all over R. Differentiate mo yung R cubed. 3R squared. Magka-cancel ito. So, magkakaroon ka ng 3R cosine squared theta na lang plus z all over R, differentiate sine phi with respect to phi, that's cosine phi. Okay? Take note na yung naging result natin ay what? Naging result natin ay scalar quantity. Vector yan. Vector ito. Pero nung kinuha natin yung divergence ng vector, scalar lang. So kaya, we have 3R cosine squared phi plus z over R cosine of phi. Okay? Yan. Yan yung divergence pa lang. 'Di ba? Yan yung divergence pa lang neto. So nagkaroon na tayo ng example about the divergence in cylindrical coordinates. Divergence pa lang ng eto pa lang yung nakuha natin, guys. Ang gusto natin is makuha daw yung flux. So, itutuloy natin yung formula natin na integral ng volume. Okay? And then, del operator multiplied or dotted by the vector f, which is actually yung gradient, ay yung divergence din natin, and then dv. So, sabi natin, guys, na yung dv natin ay equal saan? Okay, kunin ko na to, maging 3R cosine squared phi plus z all over R cosine of phi. Yung dv natin is r dr, d phi, and dz. So, ibig sabihin, meron kang triple integral. Bakit? Kasi meron kang dr, meron kang d phi, may dz ka. So, you have to integrate thrice. So, ngayon, anong magiging unit natin? Focus muna tayo sa R. Merong bang given na R sa taas? So, R, D, R muna tayo. Kasi ang pag-solve ng mga multiple integrals ay unang-una muna yung loob. Ito muna. Yan muna. Tapos pag may integral ka dito, d phi, yan naman ang sunod. Pag may integral ka ulit dito, dz naman ang sunod niyan. Okay? So kaya ganyan mag-solve ng triple integral. Ngayon, limits ang kailangan natin. Limits ng triple integral natin. So ngayon, R
Sir,
muna
nawala
tayo.
yung R sa
Ah? Nawala yung R.
nawala
Oh,
yung R sa 3.
Okay. Thank you. 3R. Yan. Yan. Nawala na siya. Iniwan na siya. Hindi na siya binalikan. Yan. So, nagigets mo ba, guys? Gets nyo? So, kaya ang kailangan dito, ano yung R natin? May binigay siya na R to 4. Diba? So, ang magiging unit mo ay limit 0 to 4 ng R. So, in terms of phi, dahil yan ay cylinder, diba? Cylindrical, ang dapat maging limit mo dyan is from 0 to 2 pi. Kasi buong ano yun eh. Buong circle yun eh. Diba? In terms of y. So ngayon sa dz mo, ayan o, binigyan ka naman ng condition sa dz from 0 to 1. So from 0 to 1. Okay? So paano natin isa-solve to, guys? O syempre, 0 to 1 to. Ang kailangan muna natin gawin ay i-simplify muna natin yung integrand. So, sabi natin, we have 0 to 1, 0 to 2 pi, and we have 0 to 4. So, we have, distribute ko yung r dito. Distribute ko yung r. So, magiging 3r squared cosine squared phi plus we have z cosine of phi. Then we have dr, d phi, and dz. Flux ang hinahanap natin dito. So una, integrate natin yung pinakaloob. Yan muna. Yan muna ang integrate natin, guys. So pag in-integrate natin yan from 0 to 4, ready pa ba kayo mag-integral? Naalala nyo pa ba ang mga integration, guys? We are integrating with respect to dr. So kung dr lang yan, pwede nga gawin ko, guys. Pag in-integrate ko na to, since r lang naman ang hinahanap dyan, so magiging 3r cubed all over 3. Power rule. And then we have cosine of squared phi. That is considered as constant because we are integrating with respect sa r. So constant siya na i-consider. Plus, so since wala ako dito na kahit anong r, pwede kong ilabas, parang technically, pwede kong ilabas yung say cosine phi and integrate ko yung dr. Which is, so pag nangyari, magiging say cosine phi multiplied by r. So technically, ang mangyari dito, magiging r, okay, z cosine of phi. Limits from 0 to 4. So simply, ang gagawin lang natin ay isa-substitute lang natin. So 4 cube cosine squared theta, phi, plus, upper limit muna tayo, upper limit. Plus 4z cosine of phi minus, alam na natin to. So 0 cube, so 0 na yan. Plus, we have 0 as our r, so 0 rin to. So yung lower limit na 0. So in other words, we have what? We have 64 cosine squared phi plus 4z cosine phi. Okay? And yan naman yung magiging element pagdating saan? Pagdating sa pag-integrate sa d phi. So we have 64 cosine squared phi plus 4z cosine phi. We have d phi dz. So now we are ready to integrate with respect to phi. So we have 0 to 2 pi of 64 cosine squared of phi plus 4z cosine of phi d phi. Yan. So pag in-integrate natin yan, pwedeng mangyari, i-integrate lang natin yung cosine squared. Okay? But take note na yung cosine squared na yan, phi, may half angle theorem yan. Okay. So ngayon, kapag in-involve mo yan dyan, ang mangyayari pala dito, sir, magiging 64, 1 plus cosine of 2 phi all over 2 plus 4 z cosine of phi d phi. Ayan. So ito guys, pwedeng mag-simplify. 64 all over 2 magiging 32 to. Okay? So in other words, we have 0 to 2 pi. We have 32, 1 plus cosine of 2 phi all over, wala na palang all over 2 kasi na-cancel na nga. Okay? So 1 plus cosine 2 phi plus 4j cosine of phi d phi. So kailangan mo talagang balikan yung integral dito. Hindi pwedeng hindi ka marunong mag-integrate kasi mahuhuli ka dito. So we have what? So pwede kong gawin, distribute ko, magiging 32 plus 32 cosine 2 phi plus 4j cosine of phi d phi. So this is the integral of sums. So madali na lang. So kaya mangyayari, integrate ko isa-isa, 32 d phi would be 32 phi. Tama, integrate ko yung phi. Nagigets nyo ba guys? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes po.
Gets nyo? And then plus 32. Kasi constant yan eh. Di-differentiate. I-integrate ko si cosine 2 phi. Diba? Integral ng cosine 2 phi ay sine 2 phi. Kaya lang may correction factor ka na 2. So meron kang 1/2. So magiging sine 2 phi all over 2. Ganun yan guys ha. Integral ng sine, let's say, sine 2x, di ba? For example. Or wag na lang sine 2x, di ba? Sine 3x, for example. Nakiklik ko yung ano. So, sine 3x, di ba? Magle-let u ka ng 3x. Du is 3dx. So, kailangan mo lang dito ay yung dx. So, kaya magdi-du all over 3 ka, magiging dx. So, kaya yung 1/3 na yan, yan yung magiging 1/3. Then, integrate mo to. So, magiging, ano yan? Negative cosine of 3x. So, parang ganun yung nangyari. Negative cosine of 3x all over 3. So, dito, cosine lang yung integrate natin. So, yan. And then plus, we have 4j cosine phi. So, 4j, integrate cosine phi. Kopyahin mo lang yung 4j kasi constant yan. We are integrating with respect to phi. So, magiging sine phi. Ito. Okay? Evaluated from 0 to 2 pi. Okay? So, kung gagawin natin dyan, class, is pwede kong i-factor out yung 32. So, maging phi plus sine 2 phi. Phi pala to, hindi theta. Di ba? All over 2 plus 4j sine of phi. Pwedeng ganyan. From 0 to 2 pi. Substitute. So, magiging 32. Make sure na yung calculator natin ay nakarad. So, kaya, yung phi natin, upper limit, 2 pi plus sine of 2 times 2 pi dito, all over 2 plus 4j sine of 2 pi. Sige. Okay. Yan yung una. Minus, alam na natin ang mangyayari dito, guys. Sa kabila. Magsi-zero lang yan. Kasi 0 to eh. Diba? Sine of phi. Sine ng 0, 0. Sine ng 2 times 0, 0 lahat. Diba? And 0 din to. So wala. 0 yung lower limit niya. So kaya, ang mangyari, ilan? 32. Tapos ito, pag in-evaluate nyo sa calculator ito, diba? Ito, in-evaluate nyo to. So ano mangyari? It's 2 pi. Agree? Calculate nyo. 2 pi plus sine 2 times 2 pi all over 2. 2 pi yan. And then, sine 2 pi is ano yan? 0 yan. Di ba? So, kahit itry nyo pa sa calculator ninyo, basta nakarad, dapat nakarad ang calculator ninyo. Sine, check natin. Sine 2 pi. Alam ko 0 yan eh. Yan, 0. So, ito, 0 yan. So, ibig sabihin, ang sagot, 64 pi. Hindi pa yan ang sagot pala. Yan pa lang yung function na gagamitin natin pang-integrate doon sa last. So we have the last from 0 to 1 na dz of 64 pi dz. So ito, napakadali na lang. So labas ko yung 64 pi dahil constant yan. Integrate ko yung dz from 0 to 1. So integral ng dz ay simply z. 64 pi. So z from 0 to 1. So we have 64 pi 1 minus 0. Di ba? So kumbaga, 1 minus 0 na yan, yung z natin. So ang sagot, 64 pi. Di ba? Iyak. Hirap. Kaya pa ba, class?
Sir, yung angle po sa sine ay 2 phi po, di ba?
2 phi. Oo. I-multiply mo yung 2 ng 2. So magiging sine 4 pi. So 2 pi plus sine ng 4 pi yan. All over 2. Ito 2 pi siya.
0 po yung nakukuha ko, sir.
Ha?
Pag sine 4 pi over 2.
Hindi. Yung etong sine na to, nasa loob ng parenthesis yan.
Apa. So,
Etong 1/2,
4
pakita ko
pi.
sa'yo kung paano i-solve. So yan wait lang. Baka nagkakamali ka lang ng, kita mo na calculator ko? So i-rad mo.
Apa.
Mode rad 4. So magiging 2 pi, 2 shift pi pala. Plus, we have sine 4 pi. 4 pi na kasi 2 times 2 eh. 4 pi yan. All over 2.
Yung ano po kasi, hindi ko po nasama yung 2 pi. So, yung 2 pi ay sine 4 pi over 2 po ay 0. So, ang matitira po ay 2 pi lang.
Yan. 2 pi nga. 2 pi plus 0. Yan. So isa pang example natin, nakalimutan natin, medyo madali lang pala muna. Sa Cartesian naman tayo. Diba? So kukunin natin sa Cartesian, for example, find, yung sa spherical, di na kasi masyado yun eh. Find the divergence of yung vector A natin having 2xy a sub x plus we have x squared z a sub y plus z cube a sub z. Diba? So divergence. Ang divergence natin, di ba? Parang pag ni-write natin yan, okay? Pag ni-write natin yan, magiging partial of ax with respect to x plus partial of ay with respect to y. Yan yun. And then, simple lang kasi Cartesian, di ba? So wala nang 1 all over r or something. Plus, we have partial of a sub z with respect to z. So pag kinuha natin yan, this is our ax. Ipa-partial derivative natin with respect to x. So any other variable other than x is considered as constant. So parang mangyayari dito, guys, i-differentiate natin with respect to x yung 2xy plus i-differentiate natin with respect to y yung x squared z. Di-differentiate natin with respect to z yung z cube. Okay? So yun yung ibig sabihin niya. So since x ito, pwede kong ilabas yung y, differentiate ko yung x. Ganun yung kanina pang ginagawa natin sa integral. So since walang y dito, pwede kong ilabas yung x squared z, okay, derivative ng y, which is 1, and then partial ng z, okay? So wala akong pwedeng ilabas kasi z lang yan. So ngayon, 2y, partial ng x ay 1. Dito, partial ng y with respect sa 1, constant yan. Derivative ng constant, 0. So 0 multiplied by x squared z, 0. So 0 ito. Plus, then z cubed, so 3z squared. So ang sagot, 2y plus 3z squared. So ibig sabihin, the divergence of a vector field such as this is a scalar quantity. Okay? So yun. So pwede rin magkaroon ng cosine yan, pwedeng maging 2x all over cosine something, di ba? So, i-differentiate nyo yun. Magpa-partial derivatives kayo. Yan. So, kaya importante talaga na pag tungtong ng imags, hindi pwede na hindi mo alam yung partial derivative at integral. Lalo na rin yung sa physics. Di ba? Yung mga concepts sa physics. Kasi continuation ng physics yan na may vector eh. Kaya ako mapalad kami dati nun, yung vector analysis namin is a different topic. It's a different subject. Pag sumulong ka ng Emags kagad, mahirapan ka. Kasi wala kang vectors eh. Wala kang knowledge about vectors eh. So parang kahit nga nag-take na ako ng vector analysis, nahirapan pa rin ako sa Emags eh. Kahit vector analysis lang yun. Diba? So yun. So that's the divergence ng field vector natin na A. Ang result, scalar quantity. Yan. So meron pa tayong gradient naman. Whew. Gradient pati curl ng vector. Sana matapos natin. So, okay lang ba? Mag-CR lang ako guys. Break muna tayo 5 minutes kasi nakakapaso ng utak. Okay lang? Sige. Balik ako 5 minutes. 5:20. Thank you. Okay guys, diyan pa ba kayo? Merienda muna kayo kung gusto niyo magmerienda. Ako mamaya na after nito. Merienda ako. So, let's continue. Diyan na ba kayo guys? Diyan pa kayo?
Yes po, sir.
Okay. parang naging na. Kaya pa?
Hindi, opo, kaya po.
Kaya pa yan? Kaya pa yan? Oo. Saturday na Saturday, oh. May klase ba kayo? Wala kayong klase, no? Ang sipag nyo. Hanga ako sa inyo, guys. Sobrang hanga ako sa inyo. Yung tipong yung Saturday nyo na is rest day, ibibigay nyo pa para mag-aral, di ba? Ganun kayong kasipag klase. Ako rin, actually, rest day ko is Saturday lang talaga, guys. Alam nyo ba yun? Saturday lang talaga rest day ko. Pero dahil nagkaroon ng online tutorial, ayun, parang hindi ko na siya rest day. Sunday, hindi ko rin rest day kasi nasa church naman ako. So, pagod na pagod. Parang weekdays yung maging rest day ko. Siguro mga Monday. Ganun na yan. Do my work. Diba? So, let's go now to the gradient. Parang ang sarap to. Ingredient. Gradient of a scalar. Now, sa gradient naman, guys, ay baliktad, no? Baliktad ang ginagawa natin. We define gradient, for example, of the field W, scalar field. Scalar ang hinahanapan natin dito, class, ha? Sa divergence vector, tas kapag dinivergence natin, nagiging scalar. So sa gradient ng scalar naman, class, is kinukuha natin yung gradient ng scalar and ang result ay vector field. So yan. Anong formula ng gradient naman? So partial of W with respect to x, AX in terms of Cartesian. So we have the partial of W with respect to y, A sub y, plus the partial of W with respect to z, A sub z. So ang formula niya, nagkaroon ng mga vector, unit vector AX, AY, and AZ. So given that the W is a scalar field. So ibig sabihin, wala siyang any direction. Scalar field lang siya. Di ba? So pwedeng mangyari yon sa vector analysis. So that is only for the Cartesian. Ito yung for Cartesian coordinates. So syempre meron din tayong gradient, for example, ng W in terms of the cylindrical. So dW, okay, partial of W with respect to R na AR plus partial of W with respect to phi ng A sub phi plus partial of W with respect to Z ng A sub Z. So this is now for, ano class? May nakalimutan ako. So may 1 all over R pala dito. So ito ay AR plus 1 all over R. May katulad ng kanina sa divergence natin. May 1 all over R dyan. Okay. And then gradient ito ng cylindrical. Still partial derivative. So we have the gradient of W naman sa partial ng W with respect to R ng A sub R, okay, for our spherical, plus 1 all over R partial ng W with respect to theta, A theta, and then plus 1 all over R sine phi ng partial derivative ng W with respect to phi, okay, A phi. Yan yung sa spherical naman natin, guys. So, formula base.
So, sir, sin theta tayong sa
Sin phi.
R sin theta.
Ay, oo nga pala. Theta pala. Sorry. It's theta. Thank you. Galing mo dun, ah. Ikaw ang spotter ko. Theta pala. Tama. Okay? So, let's try to have some example. So, example natin, a particular field is given by we have letter A, the field is alpha, okay, scalar field with 20 e raised to negative x, and then sine of pi y all over 6. Scalar field ito in terms of Cartesian. Letter B, we have the scalar field then, 25 or sine of phi in terms of cylindrical. Okay. And letter C, we have the alpha scalar field, 40 cosine of theta all over r. This is spherical. Okay. So a particular field is given by find its gradient. Okay. Find its gradient at points P011 for Cartesian. For Cartesian ito. So meron tayong points, square root of 2, pi all over 2, and then we have 5 for cylindrical. And then meron tayong lastly, we have points P with R equals 3, then theta 60 degrees, and phi is 30 degrees. So kukunin natin yung gradient ng mga scalar field na yan at that specified point. So for letter A, kailangan nating kunin yung gradient muna nung Cartesian plane na ito. 'Di ba? So pag kinuha natin yung gradient niyan, gradient ng alpha na yan, so d alpha all over partial sa x, okay, with ax plus partial ng alpha with respect to y, we have ay plus partial ng alpha with respect to z, then a sub z. So unahin natin guys yung letter, yung alpha. So yung alpha natin 20 e raised to negative x sine of pi y all over 6. So kukunin ko yung derivative with respect to x ng alpha na yan, di ba? Kasi yun yung gusto kong makuha eh. Okay? Tapos whatever ang makuha ko dito, yun yung i-multiply ko sa ax. Yun yung ax ko in terms of the direction of ax. So with respect to x, pwede nating ilabas yung 20 sine of pi y all over 6, then partial derivative ng e raised to negative x. So technically, napakadali lang, partial derivative nito would be negative. Di ba? Negative e raised to negative x. Yun lang yung partial derivative niya or yung mismong derivative ng e raised to negative x. So yung negative mapupunta sa harap, magiging negative 20 e raised to negative x sine of pi y all over 6. Then we have ax in the direction of x. Ba? And then next one, we have the partial of y of 20 e raised to negative x sine of pi y all over x. Okay, with respect to y. So pwede kong ilabas yung 20 e raised to negative x since respect to y. Partial with respect to y ng sine of pi y all over 6. So chain rule ng differentiation, ang una nating gagawin is i-differentiate natin mismo yung buong sign, which is cosine pi y all over 6. Tapos, i-differentiate natin yung nasa loob, pi y all over 6 with respect to y. So, we have pi all over 6. So, sagot, 20 e raised to negative x pi all over 6 cosine of pi y all over 6. So, in the direction of, ano to? Ito naman ay AY. Di ba? AY ito. So, ito. Ay, sorry na. Hagip ko yung 6. AY ito. So, ito. Yan. For our AX. Ito for our AY. Nakakapagod. Pagod na ako. Di ba? So, we have partial of Z. Then we have 20 e raised to negative x sine pi y all over 6. Eh, wala naman z dyan. So, derivative ng constant ay 0. So, 0 az. So, ngayon, yung parang pinaka-gradient natin, gradient ng scalar field na alpha ay negative 20 e raised to negative x sine of pi y all over 6. So, yun. Then, plus 20 e raised to negative x pi all over 6 cosine of pi y all over 6. Diba? So, may a sub x pa dito. Nakalimutan ko. At may a sub z dito. Ay, a sub y. Sorry. A sub y ito, mga kaibigan. Ayan. So, yun. Bali, sabi niya, hindi pa tayo tapos. Isa-substitute natin yung points for the Cartesian. So, yung points for the Cartesian would be what? 0.011. So, isa-substitute natin muna sa AX and then sa AY. Hindi pag-aadin. So, mangyari, yung gradient niyan would be what? Negative 20 e raised to negative of 0 ba? Or 0. No, simply 0. We have sine pi. Yung y is 1 all over 6. Diba? Ito yung x, y, z. Ax plus we have 20 e raised to negative. 0 rin pala yan, 0. So, sorry sa aso ko na maingay. Walang kasama. Bumaba yung kasama. We have pi all over 6 cosine of pi multiplied by 1 all over 6 ay. So, pag ito in-evaluate natin, yan ay negative 10. So, verify natin. Negative 20 e raised to 0 sine of pi all over 6. So, negative 10. So, negative 10 ax plus ito naman ay
9.06.
9.069 ay. So, this is the gradient of the scalar field alpha at points 0, 1, 1. Pag gradient lang ang tinatanong, di tapos na tayo dito. Okay, walang specific na point. Tapos na tayo dyan. Pero since may specific na point, meron din tayong specific na gradient para doon. We simply substitute the given values of x, y, z if that is in terms of Cartesian coordinates. Yun. So how about letter B? So for letter B, we have the scalar field in terms of cylindrical 25r sine phi. So ang gagawin naman natin dito guys ay gagamitan pa rin natin ng formula kanina, 'di ba? So formula natin gradient ng alpha is sabi natin kanina magiging d alpha with respect to r plus 1 all over r d alpha with respect to d phi plus ano yun? Same lang, 'di ba? Magiging dw or dz, 'di ba? So partial lang ng alpha to. Okay. Partial lang alpha with respect to z. Yan. So ito may AR, nakakalimutan ko may A phi at ito ay may A sub z. So yan yung sa gradients natin. For the cylindrical, kasi cylindrical to guys. Sinabi cylindrical eh. Okay. So unang gagawin natin partial of alpha with respect to r. So with respect to r, we have 25 r sine phi. So kung ipa-partial natin yan, partial derivative natin with respect to r, 'di ba? Kasi yun yung hinahanapan natin eh. Oh, yan. So ito with respect to r is 25 sine phi. Mawawala lang yung r kasi derivative ng r ay 1. So we have AR. And then how about phi? 'Di ba? So we have 1 all over r partial with respect to phi ng 25 r sine of phi. So mangyayari, we have 1 all over R, and then we have 25R cosine of phi in terms of A sub phi. Ayan. Kaya lang, ang mangyayari, magka-cancel lang yung R. So cancel lang to. So we have 25 cosine of phi A sub phi. Ayan. And then lastly, for the partial of the alpha with respect to z, kaya lang wala namang z dito eh. So 0 lang yan pag pinartial derivative mo. Wala namang kahit na anong z dyan. So kaya, ang pinakasagot mo, the gradient of the scalar field alpha would be 25 sine of phi in terms of, or in the direction of A sub r. Okay, that is in the direction of A sub r. Plus 25 cosine of phi in the direction of phi. Yan. So walang z. Okay? So at the points given, okay, ang points natin ay square root of 2 daw, pi all over 2 and 5, 'di ba? Kasi may points pa 'yan. So simply sa substitute natin. So yung gradient niya at that points would be 25. Phi lang ang kailangan. Ito ay r, ito ay phi, ito ay z. So r, phi, z. So phi lang lahat ang nag-a-appear doon sa equation. So you have sine of pi all over 2. And then we have plus 25 cosine of pi all over 2. Diba? Ito ay AR. Ito ay A sub phi. So lumalabas, ang magiging sagot lang natin ay 25 A sub R. Kasi cosine pi over 2 would be 0. So i-calculate niyo yan, sin pi, di ba? Pi over 2, sin pi over 2, 1. So yun yun. So yan, no? Okay. Unat. Kanina pa nakaupo. Kayo ba, guys? Kanina pa kayo nakaupo? May class ba kayo? Kanina, umaga? Or wala naman?
Wala po.
Wala. Sana all. Sana
Pa po.
sana all wala. Diba? Isang malaking sana all. Okay. So last natin. So for this problem, di ba? Alpha would be 4t cosine theta all over r squared. This is in terms of spherical daw. Spherical coordinates daw to. Okay. So kumbaga spherical scalar field. Ayan. So gagawin natin, d alpha, okay, a gradient. Huwag ka na isulat ha. Basta ang gagawin natin dito ay kukunin natin yung formula doon. Diba? Wait lang. Tignan ko lang ulit. Yan. So, kunin natin ngayon, magiging formula ng gradient niya. Ay, ba't wala? Gradient niya. Grad ng ito. So, d alpha all over dr. Yun na lang, tinatamad na akong banggitin eh. A sub r. Then plus 1 all over r. Okay, and then in terms of theta, A sub theta plus we have 1 all over r sine theta, okay, with partial with respect to phi ng A sub phi. Yan. So unahin natin, partial ng phi or ng alpha with respect to r. So partial derivative with respect to r. So you have 40 cosine theta all over r squared. So 40 cosine theta partial with respect to r ng 1 all over r squared. So di-differentiate natin yan. Diba? So magiging negative 3. Diba? Negative 3 r cubed. So tama ba? So ito magiging 40 cosine of theta. So, partial, sige na nga, solve natin. Tinatamad ako, r raised to negative 2. Ayan. So, magiging 40 cosine of theta, negative 2 r raised to negative 3. Power rule ng derivatives. So, what will happen? We have negative 80 cosine of theta all over r cubed. Okay? So, yan yung for a sub r natin. Ito. Nuggets. Power rule lang yan. Power rule. And then we have alpha. Okay? D alpha with respect to d theta, which is 1 all over r partial with respect to theta ng 40 cosine theta all over r squared. So, ilalabas natin dito 1 all over r. Okay, then 40 all over r squared para di-differentiate lang natin yung may theta, cosine theta. So, in other words, this would become what? Okay. Differentiate natin yung cosine. So, magiging negative sign yan. So, 40 all over r cubed negative of the sine theta. This is in terms of a theta. Okay? So, derivative ng cosine, if I'm not mistaken, that's negative sign. O, tama, negative sign. Okay? Kasi derivative ng sine, cosine. So, yan. So, next natin is yung z. Ay, z tuloy. Phi. Okay? So, given naman natin sa ating example, 40 cosine of theta all over r squared, wala namang ano dyan eh. Wala namang phi, di ba? Walang phi dyan. So, ibig sabihin, constant lang yan. We are differentiating a constant. So, ibig sabihin, 0 to. 0 yung a sub p niya. So, ngayon, ito na yung magiging gradient natin, gradient na field of the alpha, which is negative 80 cosine theta all over r cubed in the direction of r, then minus 40 all over r cubed, okay? 40 all over r cubed sine theta a sub theta. Ayan. Ayun. So, tapos, meron pa tayong points na given, di ba? At points, what's the gradient? At points, sabi niya, 3 as the r, 60 degrees as the theta, and 30 degrees as the phi. So, this is your r, this is your theta, this is your phi. So, substitute mo lang ulit, guys. So, what will happen? Negative 80, then we have cosine theta. So, cosine of 60 degrees all over the 3 cube in the direction of AR minus, we have 40 all over 3 cube, that's the R, sine of theta, okay, our theta is 60 then in the direction of A sub theta. Ayan. So, paki-double check. So, yung una natin, 80 cosine 60, because that's theta, 3 cube, 2 point something ba? Then, nakarad pala ako, sorry. Negative 1.48, negative 1.481 na lang, A sub R. Then, ito ay 40 all over 3 raised to cube. Sine 60. 1.28. Tama ba, guys? 1.283 A sub phi. A sub theta. So, that's the gradient of alpha at points 360 and 30 degrees. At points 360, 60 degrees and 30 degrees. Tama ba, guys? Ini-check nyo ba?
Tama naman po.
Tama. Tama naman, no? Tama na, sir. Tama na. Tama na yan. Ayoko na. Last na. Curl. Okay? Kaya paano yan, Bo? Kung tayo nag-enjoy dito. Grabe, kanina pa kami niyan, umaga. Mamaya pa, meron pa. Ay, nako. Parang uminit.
Hindi kaya masyadong mahaba na yung curl.
Ha? Kaya pa ba? Curl. Hindi, madali lang ang curl. Kala nyo mahirap, madali lang. Mas madali. Gagamit ka ng determinant sa curl. Ayan. Try lang natin. Okay lang? Para magpahinga naman ako for wala akong pahinga eh. Mamaya meron na naman ako.
Cartesian lang.
Ha?
Curl of Cartesian.
Cartesian. Cartesian nga. Cartesian. So, curl of a vector. So, pag sinabi sa curl of a vector naman, ay sabi niya dito, ang definition niya, closed path. Circulation of a vector field around a closed path. So, we call it the curl of a vector. So, the curl of a vector is basically the del operator cross product by the vector field na F. That is the curl of F. So in terms of yung curl ng vector ay ang result ay vector. Okay? So the curl of a vector in a Cartesian is the cross product. So kaya ang mangyayari dito, kukunin yung determinant ng AX, AY, AZ, then the partial of X with respect doon sa function ng X, partial of Y with respect doon sa partial ng Y, partial ng Z with respect doon sa function ng Z. Yan ang curl ng vector. So, paano ba yan ginagawa, Sir UJ? So, Sir, ginagawa yan kapag kinuha natin yung determinant ng matrix na yan. So, syempre, excluding AX, AY, and AZ. So, if we wish to get the AX factor, takpan natin to, kunin natin yung determinant. Cross product eh. Parang cross product siya. So actually, cross nga talaga. Okay? So parang ganun yung gagawin natin, guys. So try natin. Let's try the find the curl. Uy, Shopee. Find the curl of vector field na 2xy ax plus x squared z ay plus z cube a sub z. Yan, kunin natin yan. Kunin natin. So, ang gagawin natin, ilalagay natin yan sa ating formula. So, since Cartesian yan, we have ax, ay, az. So, ang gagawin natin, partial of x of the a sub x. Diba? Etong a sub x. Yan. So, ano ba yung kasama niyan? 2xy. Partial of y with respect sa y, then x squared of z. Yan yung sa y, a sub y. Yan yung function, a sub y. Then partial of z with respect sa dz, which is z cube. So paano ginagawa? Kung gusto nating makuha yung ax, cross product. Okay? Cross product. So mangyari, tatakpan natin to, takpan natin to. So hindi ko na lang takpan, in-circle ko na lang para hindi magulo. Tatakpan natin to, tatakpan natin to, then parang kukunin natin determinant. So positive yon, di ba, sa cross product. So we have partial of y, okay, with respect sa z cube minus partial of z with respect sa x squared z. Yan. X squared, partial of x squared z with respect sa z. Yon. X squared z. Yan. And that is in terms of ax. Okay? So since plus na to, may minus na tayo, di ba? Tinuro ko sa inyo yun sa vectors. So ang gagawin naman natin, susunod ay enclose natin to, tatakpan natin, tapos yung remaining, kukunin natin kumbaga yung parang determinant. So ito, dito, so magiging partial of ng z cube with respect sa x minus partial ng dz with respect sa 2xy. Partial ng 2xy with respect sa z. Yan, namamali-mali na ako. Ay. And then plus, last na. Okay? So last, ang mangyari, tatakpan natin yung buong ito pa rin. And then yung sa AZ, so what will happen? We have partial of x squared z with respect to x minus the other diagonal partial of 2xy with respect to y. That is our in terms of a's. So that is the curl. Okay? So we have partial of y with respect, partial of z cube with respect to y, 0. Kasi wala naman siyang kahit na anong y. Okay, minus partial ng z with respect to x, partial ng x squared z with respect to z is x squared. Then we have ax here. Minus partial ng x, di ba? 0 yan sa z cube. Walang z dyan. Walang x dyan. And dito naman, partial of 2xy with respect sa z, 0 pa rin. So kaya 0 yung ay mo. Okay, and then plus, we have the partial of x squared z with respect to x. So that's 2xz. Then minus partial of 2xy with respect sa y. That is 2x a sub z. Piola, nakuha na natin yung sagot. So we have negative x squared a sub x plus 2xz minus 2x a sub z. And we can still factor out the answers. So we have common sa kanila yung 2 pati x. So we have 2x. So z minus 1 a sub z. So this is the curl of the vector na a. And curl of the vector a. So pag kinuha mo yung curl ng vector, it always results into a vector. Yan. Pag kinuha mo ay divergence ng vector, ang result ay scalar. Ang gradient ng scalar ay vector. Yan. So yun. Okay. Plus. Wala talagang sumagot, mga hindi na sila okay.
Sir, ano po ulit definition po ng curl of a vector?
Ano po?
Ano po ulit, sir, definition po ng sa curl of a vector?
Actually, ito lang pinaka-definition niya. Ito na yon. The cross product ito ng vector f and the del operator. Ayan. So usually si curl ay ginagamit din yan, no? Sa mga vector fields talaga. Yun talaga yung use niya na from the word itself yung curl. It creates a curl vector dun sa XYZ. So parang yan yung representation ng curl na yon. Kaya may partial derivative ng x, y, and z. Yan.
Sir.
Pero usually, hindi naman tayo nagdedwell sa mga definition nila. Talagang application tayo. Pag sinabing kunin yung curl, yun na yun. Kukunin natin, i-compute natin. Kasi dun, engineering tayo eh. Just like sa math. We are not particular with the definition, di ba? Yung mga ganyan-ganyan, what's the definition. Basta i-solve natin. Basta makuha natin yung solution, di ba? Hindi tayo masyadong particular doon. Si mga BS Math, they are so much particular with the definition. Yan. Kaya wag kang lalaban sa BS Math. Ang engineering niya. Di ba? So, pero, yun. I think that's enough. Di ba? So, para next meeting, ano na tayo? Coulombs to tayo. Yan. Electric field intensity at yung coulombs to. Yan. So, guys, medyo dala-dala pa rin natin yung mga knowledge sa vector hanggang doon. Dadalhin pa na. Actually, may sisingit pa nga. Marami pang sisingit na subject doon class. So, yun. So, I think that's all, guys. So, do you have any questions, clarifications?